Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Rampage or Ramfru. Michael Cole, here with Tony Schiavone and with Elijah Burke. And today on Rampage or Ramfru, we're going to see the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings on stake here today. Michael Cole says. That's right, Tony Schiavone says. We're going to see the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings on stake here today. Winnings that goes back to at least 23rd between YL here in the toy wrestling gathering. You got that right, Elijah Burke says. And I wonder if Bianca Belair is going to beat Asuka, or Asuka going to keep the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings. We won't know. We'll have to see what happens. Fuck, get the box out of the way. And now you can see the Fight Lord is all. The Fight Keeper is already in the ring, Michael Cole says. And he hasn't fell down yet. He hasn't fell down yet, Michael Cole says. Yeah, give it some time, Tony Schiavone said. And then he'll fall down like so many other dolls have been doing for about 30 years in the toy wrestling gathering, Tony Schiavone said. Well, Elijah Burke said it might be true that dolls have been falling out of rings, falling off of boards, and falling down in the toy wrestling gathering since between 93 YL when the toy wrestling gathering started by Dan, Vincent Kamicki, and Linda Kamicki at the time. Alright, this is for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings. First, she is Bianca Belair. And she is the TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter, Asuka. Well, keep in mind, Bianca Belair lost the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings to Asuka the same way she lost the WWE Women's Heavyweight winnings to Asuka. The same way. And Bianca Belair is hoping that she'll become a two-time TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter, Michael Cole says. And now saga body slams and clothes stakes going on. Michael Cole said, that's right, Tony Schiavone said. Bianca Belair was the longest lording WWE Women's Heavyweight fighter and held it from 2002 YL to 2023 YL. And she's hoping to beat Asuka, who's only been a 3-time WWE Women's Heavyweight fighter and at least a 4-time TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter. Well, don't forget, Elijah Burke says that Bianca Belair may have held the Women's World Heavyweight winnings and the WWE Women's Heavyweight winnings, but Asuka, she held more winnings than Bianca Belair did. She was a WWE NXT Women's Heavyweight fighter, the former World Women's Heavyweight fighter, and a 3-time WWE Women's Heavyweight fighter, on top of being a 3-time WWE Women's Tag Team fighter. And she's done a lot in the toy wrestling gathering too. And we wonder if this match is going to go either way. Oh, and Bianca Belair knocked out of the ring by Asuka, the Kaiserin of tomorrow, Michael Cole says. Well, Tony Schiavone said, why would anyone want to call her the Kaiserin of tomorrow? I don't know, that's only what they call her. Michael Cole said, well, Tony Schiavone said, you're right about that. Asuka, got herself hung up on a rope. And now Bianca Belair is hoping to beat Asuka. And hoping she'll become the 2-time TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter, Michael Cole says. Well, it'll be a wonder if she does. It'll be lucky if she does. But the way she is, I don't think it would take a wonder or a luck for her to do it, Tony Schiavone says. Well, I can tell you one thing, Elijah Burke says. Bianca Belair seems to believe that she's got everything on the running lead. This isn't the same Asuka that was in the TWF in 26 between YL, or in WE in 25th between YL. Hold on there. It seems that, hold on there. That's Captain Marvel, or Lead Woman Marvel. She's gonna cash in her gal in the box, and Bianca Belair don't like that, and then dropped her down. And Asuka just knocked down Bianca Belair. And Captain Marvel, that stuff right in the lead of the Fight Lord's gonna call for the ringer now. Ding ding ding. The winner of this match of a throw out, and still TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter Asuka. Fuck. And I guess Bianca Belair and Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Marvel are not going to be good, and they're already having words. Michael Cole says, "Yeah, at first we didn't think that Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Marvel would go for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings." Michael Cole said, "Well, I guess she shifted her 9, Tony Schiavone said, and she wanted to win it from Asuka, and then she had a mishap." Well, I'll tell you what, Elijah Burke says, one good way to make a foe of someone, or at least make someone not like you, is to make a mistake, a mishap. "Do you know what you did to Bianca Belair?" said. "You just made me lose my seat to become a 2-time TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter. All cause a Disney Marvel self over good doer that is no one likes, had to come in and fuck me over. Look, Bianca Belair, I could go for any one of the winnings I wanted. Heavyweight, World Heavyweight, Tag Team, Pennsylvania Reich, Allegheny Earldom, 24/7 Hard Middle, Women's Heavyweight, Women's World Heavyweight. I could have gone for any one of those. Tag Team, Women's Tag Team, I go for any one of those winnings. So don't give me shit, I'm sorry. But I warned you yesterday, I think, on Friday Night SmackDown, what I was going to do. Yeah, well, me and you are going to have a bind." Well, it seems, Michael Cole says, that Bianca Belair and Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Marvel are not friends. I wouldn't say they're foes, but they are irked at each other. Or you could go from being irked to being angry if things go the way they're going, Tony Schiavone said. It doesn't really take much for someone to go from being irked to being angry. Oh yeah, Elijah Burke says, Bianca Belair's irked. But sooner or later, she'll be angry. If she isn't angry already, Elijah Burke says. And everyone who thought that Asuka had no luck of beating Bianca Belair, and for those who thought that Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Marvel, the Disney Marvel self, was going to come in and do whatever she was going to do, well, that didn't happen either, Elijah Burke says. Well, all right, I believe we have Gene Okerlund now, who is now going to be talking with Bianca Belair now, or at least with Captain Marvel now. All right, thank you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. All right, Lead Woman Marvel, you chose to want to take the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings off of Asuka, the Kaiser of Tomorrow, and by mishap or mistake or by your choosing, you made it where Bianca Belair did not become the 2-time TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Hold on here, Gene Okerlund. First off, I didn't mean for it to go down the way I want to go down. I thought, yeah, I would become the new TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter. I have a lot of onlook for Bianca Belair, for everything she's done in WWE and the TWF. Alright? But at the end of the day, it was a mistake, it was a mishap. But I did warn her on Friday Night SmackDown yesterday, if you could hear it over all the other loudness shit that was going on, I was going to go. Now, any one of those winnings, I could have gone. TWF Heavyweight, World Heavyweight, Women's TWF Women's Heavyweight, Women's World Heavyweight, TWF Allegheny Earldom, TWF Pennsylvania Right, TWF 24/7, TWF Hard Middle, TWF Tag Team, or TWF Women's Tag Team. I could have gone for any one of those. And some folks might say that I am lowering myself by going for any one of those. So Bianca Belair feels that I, by mistake or by mishap, made her lose her seat to become a two-time TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Well, that's what happened on WWE on Friday Night SmackDown. Only instead of me fucking up, it was Charlotte Flair making a mistake, Io Shirai getting out of the way and kicking her by mistake. It was Bayley, no last name, getting misted in the eyes, and that's what made Io Shirai being unable for her gal in a boundary thing. I'm sorry. Now I can't speak for what happened in World Wrestling Glee, but here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering, I'm sorry, Bianca Belair. If you're irked with me, that's alright. Angry with me, that's alright too. Well, that's my talk with Captain Marvel or Leave 'em in Marvel. Back to you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. Thank you, Gene Okerlund, for talking with Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Marvel here today on Rampage or Ramfru. And it is all the time we got here. I, Michael Cole, Tony Schiavone, Elijah Burke. We hope you like Rampage or Ramfru, and we'll see you tomorrow for Collision or Hit or Strike.